Okay, I'll start now. So start now. Okay. It's okay, I don't need a timer. It's better to do it blind. Okay. So
can they hear me right now?
So I don't know if anyone knows the whole Gunvolt storyline, but this takes place in the hundreds of years after the first game, and it's after the bad ending. So basically, the whole people that can use abilities, the abbots, just went on a whole genocide of killing every single human because, you know, they're different. So you play as Copen, which was the anti-hero from the first and the second game, and he's trying to save humanity from basically dying out. And of course, since I said it's 100 years into the future, Copen's not exactly a human no more. And playing like all the other Gunvolt games, every single boss in this game is referenced to something. Like, the bosses get their names from movies. Like, for example, this boss right here is named Blade, and her name comes from Blade Runner. And another thing, like in the first game, all the bosses were based off of 7 Deadly Sins. In the second one, they were based off of fairy tale stories. In this one, they're actually based off the zodiac signs. I remember most of them, but some of them I might get wrong. And like a Mega Man game, every single boss has a weakness, which basically makes it that they're like easy to kill. That their boss fight is just like a complete joke. I'll show you that. I'll show you the prime example of a boss fight later on in the game. You're gonna see a lot during the run. I'm just gonna be slamming down constantly. That's to reload to be able to dash. Which wasn't like a whole thing until the second game when you were able to play as Copen. I think they made a mistake when they made this game, because they will have health pickups everywhere throughout the entire game. But for whatever reason, when you hit a checkpoint, you automatically get all your health back anyway. If I remember correctly, he's based off of cancer. And his name is Rebellion. And I can't remember the movie that he's based off of. If I remember correctly, I think I remember seeing that it was a French film. Unfortunately, since we don't have this weakness, I can't make this boss fight like a complete joke. And that's one boss fight down. There's a total of 12 stages. We already finished 2. Some people that can speedrun this game beat it within like 30 minutes.
Alright guys, just a reminder, everything that is raised over this expo is going to Right Love in Our Arm. Non-profit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, suicide. They've already helped so many people. They've already donated over 2.6 million across a wide variety of organizations and counseling practices that help people that are struggling with these things that don't have the means to help themselves. And again, it sounds like a broken record, but I think we can all agree that it's such a great cause and one that's near and dear to many of our hearts. So far, we did get a donation right before the run started. It was a $10 anonymous donation, which now brings our total for the weekend here as we wind down day 2 to $2,460. So you guys have been amazing. Keep that money coming in because it's going to a great cause, but we appreciate everything you've done so far. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for donating if you could. Thank you to the runners, everyone. It's always a crazy weekend, but it's great, and we all come together and fight for this great cause. So thank you. Wolf, back to you.
Oh yeah, I should make a disclaimer. At the last boss fight in this game, there's like a lot of strobing effects, so in case people are sensitive like to like flashing lights and stuff, it's probably best to avoid the final boss fight. I will make a warning again when it comes up.
I was gonna say that I'm sure people out there appreciate that, but as we draw closer, but for the many of us that probably don't know this run, just let us know as we're getting to that if we need to look away.
Because I completely forgot about that, like when I submitted the run, and then when I was playing it earlier today, I'm like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about this part. Okay, it's time for the other boss, the second boss fight. Her name is Stella, but for whatever reason, they say that her name is based off the movie Interstellar. And she represents, what's it called? Libra, in the zodiac sign. I'm gonna be completely honest, I forget most of the storyline in this game because it's been a very long time since I actually played like throughout all the dialogue in the game. Like I think the first boss fight, his parents are his family was basically held against their will, so he had to join up with this organization to basically hunt humans. I can't remember her backstory.
How many Gunvolt games are there?
This was the third one.
And are they all do the stories all intertwined? Do they continue?
Well, this one is based off of the bad ending from the first one. The second one takes place like pretty much almost like a year or two after the first one.
Okay.
And I didn't even know this, but next year they have the sequel of this one coming out. And then in the summertime, they have the third Gunvolt game.
Oh, so they're releasing 2 next year?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And the Gunvolt one looks really weird because it looks like he might be a villain. And it's kind of comical because the original idea for the second game was to make Copen the main character and make Gunvolt the villain of the series. That's why like Gunvolt's like character model in the second one looks completely different than the first one. Because they wanted to do that whole villain take on Gunvolt, but for whatever reason they didn't do that for the second one. I might as well start getting some money because I kind of want to get something that makes it a little bit easier later game. I remember some people were worried about the company. The company that made the Gunvolt games was Intellicrates. It's made the Mega Man Zero the Mega Man Zero games back in the early 2000s. But people were worried about them because they were the ones that had to develop the infamous Mighty Number 9. So some people were actually worried that, you know, Intellicrates was just going to shut down. Now, most of the bosses in this game has iframes every time you reach a different stage, but there's an exploit that I keep taking advantage of that makes it that I avoid the iframes. Which you use that ability right before you reach where they hit an iframe, and you get to take off like a bigger portion of their health. Which makes it a lot easier because most of the time you can just avoid the desperation attacks. And this is the part in the game that the girl that talks to you becomes sick, so you have to go to a medical lab to get a cure. I didn't even know you can get on top of those vending machines and break them like that. And it's time for round 2 of Blade. And of course round 2 means that she starts getting her iframes. And she's very annoying because she can basically make it that I can take damage regardless of how many bullets I have. And I think I missed her iframe. No, I actually got the iframe. Because Copen's whole ability to avoid damage comes from Gunvolt himself, and Gunvolt's ability was lightning, so anything lightning ability basically neglects the whole protection. I almost picked the wrong stage. You can do the stages in any order, but to make it like super easy, it's best to stick to stage 1, 2, 3, and then in the next set of stages go to 3, 2, 1.
Is that because you're getting different abilities like a Mega Man game that make the other stages easier?
Because the route I'm taking, basically I get like the weapons that the bosses are weak to. Like you'll see not this stage but the following stage, the one that's based off the Leos. which is like he's like almost like a lion. The ability I get in this stage basically makes it that he never moves almost. Which just makes his boss fight like a complete joke.
Seems like a good thing.
The first time I saw that, I'm like, are you serious? I could have just done it this way. The thing I really wish, like, I'm not, I like this game, don't get me wrong, but in the first one, the main character, Gunvolt, he was always talking to someone during the stages, and in the one stage, he sees zombies, and him and the one guy were making a reference to Resident Evil. And there's a little thing in this game, when you level up, your health maxes out, or not maxes out, but it re-heals you, which comes in very handy in a speed run, especially like on the last boss fight, because the last boss fight is he has 2 stages, so sometimes you'll be going into that second stage with no health, but if you level up, then you get your full health back, which you're gonna need on that last boss fight because he has a lot of annoying attacks. Now this boss fight is based off Taurus, which is kind of weird because he's like basically like what's it called? A bullfighter. I might be able to get him before his desperation attack. I've been exploring the iframes really good tonight. And he still got it off. I would use the darkness trigger, but it's very risky because if you don't attack, you lose your health. I might do it in like the boss rush part, but because the thing that's annoying is when they reach their iframes, even though you're attempting to attack, the game notices that you're not doing any damage, so the game will punish you by making you lose health. And this stage is actually from the first game, but you're going like a completely different way. I might be able to save some time if I do the stage correctly. Every time I run the game, I always do the stage completely wrong. Now this is like a long, boring part, but if you do it correctly, you don't have to stay on the platform. Yeah, I actually did it correctly for once. Like, it doesn't save much time, but I'm pretty sure it saves like at least a minute.
I mean, that's pretty big in a run.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's time to make him a complete joke. I almost feel bad for this boss. He didn't even get his desperation tag off.
What is that ability you're using? It looks like you're just wrapping him up in a...
I'm just wrapping him up in that, the bullfighting cape. And somehow he can't get out of it, so he just loses his health like insane, like really quick. I forgot to see if I can get the extra bullet. That's alright. I'm pretty sure I can do this stage without that. I don't want to be crashing down when there's nothing underneath me. Most of these abilities are really weak. There's only two that are like really strong. And that's the one that I have equipped right now, and then the other one that basically is like a nuke. And the one that you get in this fight, her ability is only useful for one boss and one boss only. Okay, time for the boss fight. This boss is based off Virgo, and for some reason she's an idol. Good, I got it off before she did her desperation attack. That saves like 10 to 20 seconds every time you avoid the desperation attack. I might actually get like a sub-hour.
What's your PB?
I actually set my PB earlier today at 56 minutes.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I might actually beat that right now.
Oh, there you go. PB during a marathon. That's not something that you. That's not bad.
I'm actually going to use the darkness trigger on this boss fight because I just want to get this boss fight over as quick as possible.
What is that? The darkness trigger?
Basically, as long as I keep attacking, I don't take. I get to do a lot more damage. But, and the bad side is, if I don't do any attacks, I will lose health drastically. And for whatever reason, I think the darkness trigger, it says that it's unlimited, like, for your abilities, but it doesn't feel like that at all. Okay, I better see if I can actually afford the bullet. Nope, I did not collect enough money in this run. That's alright, I think we can manage without the extra bullet. And typical Gunvolt fashion, the last few stages are like a boss rush and a couple new bosses. so glad there was a platform there. I really thought I was just gonna die right there. And of course, one last time we go against Blade. This is usually where my first death appears. And we died. I just do not care for lightning enemies in Gunvolt games.
Because you said it, you put it out in the universe.
Okay, I'm just gonna take you down with this. And then I just have to avoid your attacks for a little bit. Oh, that's nice. See, it had an iframe. Luckily, the Gunvolt games are known to have resurrections in the game. And the resurrections are always, you know, like, you never know when you're gonna get resurrected. And the resurrections make the game basically like really unfair in your advantage. Like in this one, it gives me unlimited dash ability.
And it's just a random ability?
Yeah, it triggers at random.
Like when you die?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Although I'm probably still gonna die. I actually died. All I had to do was keep avoiding her attacks by just staying up in the air, and I was not doing that. Like, I would do the darkness trigger against her, but if I don't hit her, I'm going to end up dying just because of the darkness trigger. Okay, hopefully that actually goes against her iframe for once. Yes, thank God. Now I just have to avoid her attack, and then I can kill her. There we go. I would say thank God, but there is still another lightning boss fight in this game. Like, I always thought about speedrunning this game like years ago, but the last boss fight in this game just always turned me off of speedrunning this game.
So what made you do it anyways then?
I wanted to play another Gunvolt game in a speedrun.
Fair.
And now that we actually have this guy's weakness, we can just manhandle him. Like, I think the final boss fight wouldn't be bad if it wasn't 2 parts. But considering it's 2 parts, if you mess up on the second part, you know, you basically just cancel out everything that you did up to that point.
Yeah, it's rough when they set it up that way. I don't usually like that. I mean, if you're gonna have multiple parts, at least let you start where the next, you know, checkpoint is or something. It's just frustrating.
Like, the one thing I hated the most was Mighty Number 9's final boss fight. I died so many times on that final boss fight. I had to, like, basically, like, cheat the game just to be able to beat that game. And it just drove me up the wall. Yeah, have to be really careful. I'm almost dead. As I say that, I die. Like, I remember when I played Mighty Number 9, it took me like 12 hours to beat that final stage. Oh, good lord. This boss fight usually doesn't give me any trouble.
It sounds like marathon luck right there.
Like, I have not had problems with this boss fight in a very long time. That ability is just completely destroying me. Hit. Oh. I think my problem is I'm playing way too aggressive. I usually play this boss fight like really passive, and I'm playing like really aggressive now. The only thing I hate about this boss fight is when she does this ability, she doesn't take that much damage. There we go. And we might not get PB, but we might get sub-hour. Now this boss fight is really creepy because, well, since I'm not basically playing through the story, this boss fight is actually Copen's sister's brain. As weird as that sounds.
Are you aware of that before fighting it, or no?
I think the character knows it's her and he wants to free her from the pain, because I'll actually show it after I defeat the boss. Because you see how like there's like all this red stuff in the background. In the background, she actually writes "thank you" or something like that. I don't remember what it actually says, but yeah, she writes "thank you" for basically putting her out of her misery. Because you gotta remember, this is like hundreds of years after the first game, and Copen was like a teenager, and now he's a cyborg, basically, like, and all these thousands of years after, and that's her brain. So she must have been sitting there like that, like for hundreds of years, just hooked up to machines. Now we only have 3 more bosses, I think. There's 4 more. Time to put him in the cape again.
That guy loves that cape.
Oh, he is not even moving. Oh, he finally got to move for a bit. He's almost like the bubble man of this game.
That's so ridiculous.
I actually did not know that this was his weakness. I thought his weakness was the orbital or the rotating blades. This actually works a lot better than the blades. Man, he actually got me in an attack. I love how their desperation attack almost takes like your entire health. And time for the final boss. Now this isn't the part that has the flashing lights yet. I hate this boss fight so much. He has so many cheap attacks. Okay, now this is the part with the flashing lights and everything coming up.
All right, chat, avert your eyes. Flashing lights.
Now this boss fight is actually from the very first game. He's actually one of the main characters, like friends from the first game. But he became so... Well, actually he was messed up in the first game too. Because in the bad ending he actually killed Gunvolt. Because Gunvolt didn't join him in his quest to basically kill humanity. I can't tell you how many times I died to this boss fight when I first played this one. I completely forgot the pattern. I almost avoided it. So glad I didn't die there. I don't know what exactly I was thinking about doing there, but all I gotta do is avoid taking damage during this part, and I'm pretty sure I can beat this boss.
I believe in you.
Are you kidding me? How did I take damage in that? I'm just gonna do the attack right now. Hopefully I can actually just kill him. Oh. If only I was lucky enough to kill him in that hit. If I actually did the iframe exploit, I think I would have actually killed him there. A good thing I still leveled up, even though I didn't take much damage in that part. Well, this might be actually the time that I survived. I barely took any damage and I almost got a perfect iframe hit. Yep, we got him.
There we go.
Still kind of wish the game wasn't like, spazzing out. It would be nice, if you didn't almost have like epileptic shock from playing the game. I believe the time was about a little under an hour.
Oh, that was it. The run's done.
That was it. That was
Okay.
GG.
So I had a as soon as I found out we weren't using it, I used the stopwatch on my phone, so I have a rough estimate. So even let's say 30 seconds off of that, I'd say, and then probably 45. I started it late. You're probably looking at about an hour and a minute. Does that sound about right? 1 hour, 1 minute.
I'll find out in 1 second. Well, the in-game timer is a little bit different. The in-game timer says 58:55. But I think
Yeah. It was just a general, about an hour, but 20 minutes less than your, less than your estimate. That's very good.
I think it was actually more of like an hour, 1 minute though, like in real time, because the in-game timer doesn't take cutscenes in consideration.
Okay. Yeah, great. That's I've never really seen anything or any Gunvolt games before. Well, aside from the stuff that I've seen you do. So I guess yeah. If you like Mega Man, you probably love all these games, right?
Well, you can get the PlayStation. It's on PlayStation, Nintendo. It's almost like on every single thing. All the Gunvolt games.
Oh, nice.
I originally bought a DS so I can play the second one, and then like 2 months after I bought it, they put it on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's how it always goes.
Like the third one's supposed to be like a Switch exclusive, but I'm pretty sure that's going to get ported over too.
Oh, all exclusive these times. I mean, you got God of War coming out on PC now. I mean, all exclusive. Yeah, exclusive is just like time exclusive these days. If you're patient enough, you probably can wait. But before we wrap things up, anything you want to promote or say, Wolf, before we get out of here? Thank you so much for that run. That was great.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully we can reach our goal tomorrow.
Yeah, we're still pushing along. It's we're close. 2 days in. I think we can get there. We got a long full day tomorrow, and we'll see. Yeah, so as we wrap this up, I'm looking at the timer here, guys. DPX Day 2 wrapping up right now. This channel has been live for 37 hours straight. 37 hours of runs, 37 hours of fires that Matt has had to put out, but we're still in it. We're on day 2. Again, all of the money going to the charity To Right Love on Our Arms, which is a non-profit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. They've been around for about 15 years now. They do amazing work helping people, that don't have the means to help themselves. And they've been doing it for quite a long time right now. I think it's a cause that we can all get behind, and you guys have been getting behind it very aggressively, because as of right now, we've got $2,460 total. That is all because of you guys. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being here. There's so many things to be doing at any given moment, and you're choosing to spend your time, your weekend, right here with us as we raise money for this amazing charity. You guys have been phenomenal. We've been all over the place. We've been upwards of 50 viewers. We've been averaging about 20 viewers. You guys have been here. A lot of you have been here almost the entire time. Really, even if you can't donate and you're just spending some time here with us watching the runs, hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully you're getting something out of it, and hopefully you can kind of help us, you know, even from the sidelines, you know, support this amazing charity. So we appreciate everyone. We appreciate the runners, you know, everyone that's doing comms, everyone behind the scenes. It's a giant undertaking, even though it's in only 3 days. But you know, everyone coming together, it makes it worth it. So you guys have been phenomenal. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm PG Mexican. I'm signing off. Matt, you want to take us away? We'll see you in the morning. All right, guys. Hopefully we see you then. That is at what, 8 o'clock? 8 a.m. chat. Guys, get some rest, and hopefully we'll all see you bright and early. 8 a.m. DPX last day, day 3. Love y'all. Peace.